My name is Tarmack, and this is a review of Inside by developer Playdead. It releases on Steam July 7th for $20 US and released on June 29th on the Xbox One as well. All footage was recorded on PC and review code was provided by the developer. Have you played Limbo? No, not the contortionist stick avoidance game. I mean the silhouette indie darling that Playdead released in 2010. Crap, has it been that long? Inside is a little like a version of Limbo that has been upgraded. You start off the game as a child mostly absent of discernible features who's on a mission to run. It's not clear what's going on right out of the gate, but you quickly find out that the world is not without perils as other people, dogs, and even lights become your enemy. The game is a platformer with puzzles to be had along the way, and it has that same almost intentionally rigid movement that existed in Limbo. I'm not sure that I'll say it's a good thing, but the game is often about avoidance of hazards by ingenuity rather than brute skill. You won't be outrunning every dog, let's just put it that way. From a graphical standpoint, unlike Limbo, which was a game of silhouettes, Inside is a detailed world with a very stylized art direction. The colors are very gray for a lot of it, but this is also a very intentional design choice to really draw your attention to light sources and elements of color. Your child character has very little in the way of graphical detail, and yet is able to deliver emotion with just the slight tilt of a head or the way an obstacle is climbed with legs a bit too tiny for the task. Everything just fits, and that is a rare feat these days. One of the odd things about the title is that it really is only one level that happens to be 3 to 4 hours long. The entire game is a continuous path of movement with the general stage left design. That's the right side for those ready to skewer me with pitchforks. There are periods of backtracking and verticality as well. I was really impressed with how the variety of the area changes as you progress. It moves from wilderness to farm to city to industrial complex in a very appropriate way with very well-designed ambiance through the entire journey. What really didn't change at all is the control scheme. Inside uses only a few controls just like Limbo. If you're using a controller like I did, which by the way under Windows 10 just plugging in a DualShock 4 simply works without any further additions with this game, you'll simply have your normal thumbstick movement left and right, up and down, as well as X for jump and square to grab onto things for pushing and pulling. Keyboard is the same kind of thing with your arrows and left control to grab onto objects. The keys can be rebound on keyboard, but not on controller, though it has so few buttons to use that this doesn't really matter in my view. I do have to lay out what could for some be considered a huge negative within the game. I am not a fan of deep water. It's more colloquially known as thalassophobia. There's a reasonably significant piece of this game that takes place underwater, and it delights in showcasing the unknown, the depths, and even fears, whether justified or not, that some people have. Like, for example, that deep water has terrible things below the surface. And I was right. Anyway, just as a fair warning to gamers like me who don't respond overly well to that particular stimuli. I pressed on for you folks though, because my perseverance knows no bounds. And with the dad joke out of the way, let's summarize why you should buy Inside. I was intentionally careful not to spoil much where it comes to this game. It is an entire title and story straight out of the overactive imagination of a child that communicates excitement of achievement and dread of failure without a single word being spoken. It's a technical success from a graphical standpoint with performance standard to the style of game. No bugs encountered during my playthrough of any kind at all. You'll find the barest of bare bones for game options, where graphic options is resolution, brightness, and nothing else. You can rebind your keyboard buttons but not controller, and for some god-awful reason has no mouse cursor in menus, which I thought we were beyond needing to ask for these days. And for those who have an issue with deep water and creepy atmospheres, you need not apply. It is an excellent game whose only real downfall is a reasonably short experience at 3 to 4 hours for a $20 retail price, and yet I recommend it even at that price because this is an experience worth having. The attention to detail is incredible, and it's clear that both a lot of time and a lot of love went into building this game. This has been a review of Inside by developer Playdead on PC. It's available July 7th on Steam for $20 US, and it also came out about a week ago on the Xbox One. My name is Tarmack. Thanks for watching.